that's true. Naked Palpatine.
Oh, you pick that one. Fresh out of the clone tank, nude Palpatine is my
Well, that's the first thing I think of when you say Dark Empire Palpatine. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Star Wars Expanded Universe, narrated by Disney, or Clone Lucasfilm, whichever way you slice it. Legends. I have to get going, but I want to do a quick video on recent German Ewok comic books that have been translated. Now the way it works is it wasn't really in a comic book format, it kind of just became a short story version of the events of these German comics translated. But they were released on StarWarsTimeline.net, where you can read these stories for free. They're very short because it was for comics and was for children. I also, if you don't feel like reading it, I did a very unprofessional, very spur of the moment readings of them on live stream. I did, at least at the time of this recording, a night ago, but for you it will have been a bit. But you can find that on my channel if you are interested in hearing about those. They're very fun though. They're very much in line with the TV show and the comics of the same name. So, wanted to give big thanks to Joe Bongiorno for releasing it on his site, and Thomas Rathusky, I don't know, but he translated all these, so thank you, good sir. The first story, we have the Ewok village in grave danger. We have tree eaters that are trying to eat the trees and harm the Ewoks due to Marag, but luckily they stop it. And that's the gist of that story. We have the Ewoks celebrate the Moon Festival, and you heard it here first, folks. Harry Potter stole from these German comics because the villain of this story, or this monster that is used by Marag, can turn everybody into stone. Interesting note, though, they made a specific mention of that this thing can only be summoned every 5,000 years, which is an interesting note to make. But what happened 5,000 years ago from this point in time? We have the Golden Age of the Sith. So could we get a Golden Age of the Sith story where this monster was last seen and have some Golden Age of the Sith Jedi or something fighting it or stopping it? That would be interesting. One thing I had to give a diss to, not really, I'm mostly just nitpicking, it's for children, so I'm not expecting much. However, the beginning of the story starts with Tebow having some grievances and some jealousy toward Wicket and Kanisha getting along. Some unresolved jealousy there. So I thought by the end of the story, after Wicket saved Tebow from being a petrified stone statue for the rest of his life, that they would resolve their issues and be great friends again. But the issue's blatantly just not addressed at the end of the story. So that was one thing that I felt was missing. I would have liked them to hug and be like, I'm sorry, I was in my head and I was thinking badly of you and I apologize or something, but he just saves them and that's the end of it. We never hear about the unresolved issues again. Let's get Tebow some therapy. But that's about that for that one. We have the Lizard Warriors attack. Grak strikes back. That's the rogue Ewoker. He wasn't even an Ewok? I forget. But he was the bad guy in the comics. And plus we get to see the Lizard Warriors again, which are also in the comics, which is really cool. And yeah, it had some good continuity, and it was fun. So, yeah. Then we have Trouble for Princess Kanisha. We have Prince Pluz, who returns at the end of this story. The whole thing is whether or not it actually is Prince Pluz or not. We find out for certainty it is at the end. But the biggest thing of note here in this comic, which again was written by a German, again obscurely so, that most people don't know about it except who live in Germany, but it ties in continuity because it mentions the droids issue, where the droids meet the Ewoks, where they kind of like time travel for a second or something. It was weird. But that was a thing. And they addressed it here, which I just thought was really, really cool and amazing because you know me, I love continuity. But yeah, not a super long video. These are about Ewok comic books after all. But it was great, and it's another little sliver of EU to enjoy. You know, we're not getting much more EU anymore, unless Lucasfilm listens, but with the way that the fandom is so often divided, who knows? No movement apparently exists for the Star Wars Expanded Universe. You know, not like things have been talked about since 2014 with certain YouTuber individuals that would imply such, but I'm just being snarky right now. But the point being is that I'm going to keep fighting for continuation, but will we ever get it? I don't know. Especially if Lucasfilm's looking at the what's what on the internet, if they even are, and they see some people like me be like, yeah, I want an ending. And then you got other people being like, well, it sucks since 2005, or since 2008, or since this, or since that, or since that. Why would they even bother? So it's mainly other people's fault than it is Lucasfilm's, I'd argue, at this point. Um, because they are doing the reprints, which is something, along with, underbridged audiobooks. But it is what it is there, so we got to take what we can get. We will be getting some Hungarian novels soon that will be translated, which I will be sure to read as soon as they come out. And I very much look forward to reading those, professionally, um, looked over with a fine-tooth comb, um, and to read those in all of its splendor. So, no lazy approaches here. And for those who know, they know. And anyway, I'm going to move on to the next thing we have on our list, which at this point, I don't know when I'm uploading this, so it could be the Legacy Comics. It could be some more fan fictions. You'll have to wait to find out. Until next time, guys, may the Force be with you. Stay safe, and have a wonderful day or night or evening or whenever you're watching this. And thanks for being here. Thanks for loving the EU. As always, you keep it alive through your passion, through your love. And that is the greatest thing that any fan can do for something they love. Love you all. And yeah, see you in whatever the next video is. I'm not even sure. We'll surprise each other. Till then, bye-bye.